Guys, speaking of Vampire Diaries, we have some news about Paul Wesley and Phoebe Tonkin split after 4 years together. And this has been actually the first Vampire Diaries that I've ever noticed of Paul Wesley. Paul Wesley is so cute. I'm going to be reading Vampire Diaries stuff that you guys missed. And then the next video I'm going to make is about my summary of Vampire Diaries Season 8. But after this, we're going to talk about Caroline and Stefan married. It's over. Paul Wesley and Phoebe Tonkin have called it quits on the relationship after nearly 4 years together. US Weekly can confirm. The Vampire Diaries co-star sparked rumors of a split after Tonkin, 27, noticeably stopped sporting the Gold Carter promise ring that Wesley, 34, gave her. I didn't know that. Phoebe has also since deleted multiple Instagram snaps she had posted with the hunk. They definitely broke up, a source close to Wesley tells us. The insider adds that the two, who used to live together, are now living separately in Los Angeles. Wesley, who wrapped filming on the Vampire Diaries earlier this year, is currently in Toronto directing Freeform Shadowhunters. He and Tonkin hit it off after meeting on the CW Supernatural hit in 2012. The now exes were last seen together in December while traveling to Sydney, Australia to spend the holidays with her family. They are still good friends, a source told E! News, who was first to report the news. The relationship just ran its course. The Vampire Diaries series finale airs on. I just saw that. So the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is Stefan and Caroline got married. So let me find that. So yeah, the Vampire Diaries is done with. I can't believe it. Because I completely forgot to read you guys what happened with Stefan and Caroline's wedding. I completely forgot to tell you that. Okay, I'm trying to find it. Sorry. Sorry, just trying to find it. This is actually a long video that I'm making. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Sorry, I'm pissed I didn't do it. Almost there. Because Stefan and Caroline got married. I'm so happy for them. But it didn't end well, as I said in my earlier video. Okay, I'm trying to get there. I'm so sorry this is happening. Alright, I think I found it. The Steroline wedding finally happened on the Vampire Diaries. And oh my god, this episode was also good. I loved it. Okay, let me just go to it. Stefan and Caroline are married, you guys. Married! Sure, the wedding was rushed in an effort to lure Catherine out of hiding, and it ended in a fiery explosion and the bride's best friend passing out in the groom's arms after Vicky returned from the dead to ring that damn bell. But they did get married, and it was beautiful. That's all that matters in the end, right? We don't really understand how Caroline and Candace King pulled that wedding together so quickly at such late notice, but we're not surprised. And we're also not surprised that Catherine didn't actually show up in the end, since Nina Dora was only supposed to return for the farewell anyway. Instead, we got a surprise of Matt's mom and sister, who returned from the dead to carry out Catherine's demands. Kelly, Melinda Clark, was given the task of starting a gas leak and burning the wedding down, which was meant to distract everyone from Vicky's Kayla Ewo bell ringing. But before we get to all that, let's talk about the wedding. While it was moved in order to lure Catherine out of hiding, while Stefan... Where did they go? was Stefan's happiness. It was legitimately a wedding cake and and in spite of everything, it was kind of perfect. Bonnie Cat Graham walked Caroline down the aisle after Ghost Enzo Michael Malarkey forced her to rekindle her Stefan boycott, and Damon Ian Somerhalder officiated thanks to the fact that you can get ordained on the internet, but most of the guests may have been compelled, but it was still nice to have them there. And those vows, man, Caroline and Stefan, Paul Wesley, didn't bother writing them beforehand, since they didn't think they'd actually get to the vow part of the ceremony, but they were beautiful. They both remember that time all the way back in season 4 that they danced together at prom, and Caroline promised Stefan that someday he'd meet someone new and fall madly in love. In fact, this was a night filled with callbacks, since the title of the episode was reference to Caroline's line in the plot right after she saw Stefan for the first time and announced to Bonnie, "We're playing a June wedding." After a screening of the episode, Paul Wesley explained to the reporters that he didn't remember the list line from the plot, but knew it was important to the fans. It's funny, because, I had heard about this June wedding for the first time at Comic-Con. He said, I had no idea what everyone was talking about, and I still kind of don't really know what it's about. But apparently there's some June wedding, like fans talk about a June wedding. So when they first told me that we were going to have a June wedding, I was like, oh cool, we're paying homage to the fans. Based on the way that the show started, Wesley was a little surprised that it was Stefan and Caroline who made it together. It was kind of amazing, he said. Stefan and Elena were such like the pair for so many years. And I never in a million years thought Caroline and Stefan would end up being, that kind of, I don't want to say true love, because I think true love can exist in many forms. But I never knew that they would be equally as powerful as a couple, so it was equally surprising to me. However, as soon as Stefan proposed for the first time, Wesley knew the wedding would have to happen. If we didn't have gotten married, I thought it'll be a real twist. Once you dangled that carrot, I kind of was like, we're going to have to get married there. Here, he said, then added creator Julie Plex, way too nice of a person. She wouldn't do that. Of course, after the wedding, everything fell apart. Ghost Angel had to convince Bonnie that she still had her magic so that she could help the twins save her and themselves from the burning Lockwood mansion. But then once Vicky started ringing that bell in an effort to unleash hell on earth, Bonnie couldn't take it. We'll have to wait until next week's series finale. So now I'm going to give you the summary of hopefully season 8. Season 8 is basically about Damon and Angel go to a dark side named Sybil. I'm not going to tell you all about that. That sounds boring. Thanks, guys, so much for watching the Vampire Diaries, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!